Here you can notice that the area line is right now in the middle of the wall. So what we can do is we will hide our DWG file because it's too much information in our DWG file. So let's hide our DWG file and let's draw the area lines manually. So to draw your area lines, we have area boundary here, and then we can select line option. And then I'm just going to draw some lines here. Now in this case, we'll need to include our area here as part of the built up area as well, because we have a staircase here and it is kind of covered up to this part here. The slab, there's a slab on top and there is a stair here. So we can include this entire area in our built up. So let's select area boundary line and let's draw an area here on the outside. Then let's go all the way down. Perfect. And then let's go this way as well. Now here we'll need to include this part of the project in the area. So let me just fix this room line here so it is straight. And let's extend this area line. So let's select this area line and extend it all the way to this point. I'm going to draw some additional area boundary lines. So let's select area here. Also, make sure when you're drawing these area lines that apply area rules is switched off so that you can draw it manually. I'll talk about the area rules shortly, but for now, let's just draw it manually. All right, so I've drawn some area lines. Let's isolate these area lines now. So let's click on the area line and click on isolate category, and let's trim these lines so that it is a closed loop. In some cases, you may not be able to trim these lines, but you can, in that case, you can leave it as is because Revit has automatically created these area lines. But in this case, what I'll do is I'll delete that additional area line there and I can sort of trim the area line here on top. And we can delete this area line here as well. And let's trim these lines here. So you can notice how the area line jumps to the external side, and that is because of area rules. So we'll talk about area rules shortly. And now you can notice that our area lines now sit on the boundaries. So these rules for the area line you can find under room and area, and you can see we have area and volume computations. So now you can see that we have some options here. So volumes are computed at finished faces. So we'll compute not only areas, but also volumes. So areas and volumes is selected. And we also have room area calculation, and that is at wall finish. So you can select different options, for example, at wall center. Then when you create the area lines again, it would consider area, the wall center. In this case, it was considering the wall finish. So that is why the lines jump to the wall finish. All right, so I've added my area lines and now we can add our area. So let's go to area option here and let's click on area. And now you can notice that I can add the area to my project and our total square feet is 831 square feet. So that's how you add areas. And in case you want to change the name of this area, you can select the area and then change this to built up area. You can also call it ground floor built up area. So this is only the ground floor. So this is the ground floor built up area. Now, if you have a floor above, then you would consider that as part of the total built up area. In this case, for this project, we only have the ground floor and this is the total built up area, which is 831 square feet. That's how you add areas in Revit. Also, if you notice in your project browser, we'll also have area plans here. And right now it is sitting under coordination. So you can notice that our area plan sits here. Now, if you like to make it sit under the architectural tab, what you need to do is simply change the discipline here from coordination to architectural. Then it would sit under the architectural discipline. So I've changed the settings of our view here in the properties for area plan. All right, so that was a glimpse into areas. Now, generally, I've added these sit-outs to the total built-up area because there is a slab above this area. So that is why I've added it. If there is no slab and if it is open to sky, you do not have to consider it as part of your built-up area. Sometimes you also consider balconies and more as 50% of the built up area. It depends on your project and if it is covered above or not. If you'd like to read more about how which parts of the building are considered as part of the built up area, check out the resource sheet that I have added to this video. So that's about areas. And now we can go ahead and finish this project. We'll need to clean up this model. We'll need to add the plaster, the external plaster, the internal plaster. We'll need to add our parapet walls. We'll also need to add some railings here. And yeah, and we'll need to adjust our ground floor slab as well. So we'll do all those final adjustments in the next video. I'll see you guys next video. Cheers.